You're watching my good fiend, Roger Walker, on SlasherPepper. Enjoy.
How is everybody doing? I am doing fantastic. How are you guys? What is going on? What is going on? I'm doing just fine. Pretty bummed out because my rabbit just died. You know, which is kind of sad. I wasn't that fond with it. With the rabbit, but my mom especially was. So it's especially just sad to see my mom sad, you know. It is what it is. So let's continue writing Intruder 2. Now, as always, I have not prepared this at all. Hey, what's up? I'm still seeing buffering. Nice intro, sorry for the loss. Thank you, man. Thank you for the intro compliment, by the way. I still have some issues with it though. Like, if you skip way back after this, you can actually see me just looking at it awkwardly. But what is up, the soulless trenchcoat and progressive guy? How are you guys doing on this fine night? And progressive guy, I saw one of your comments today on another video. I don't remember which one, but I was looking back on a ton of videos and I remember seeing one of your comments. So what is going on? And my rabbit actually appears in a few of my videos. She's in the Lost Road Crew video for a sec. And also in what was it? In Slice and Dice 3, she's there in the background at one scene, so that's pretty cool. But let's open up Intruder 2, 2022. I still gotta figure out how I can share this with you guys, so you guys can read along, you know. But where we left off, Bill, Liam, Darius, and some of the other employees are being interrogated by the police. And then we get a shot of Bill walking out of the police building looking pissed off. So that's awesome. Awesome sauce. At least here, her legacy will live on in a sense. Exactly, dude. Exactly. Gone but not forgotten, you know. That's how, if I die, I wanna be remembered somehow, you know. And even if I die now, I would be remembered, and that's just some sort of a calmness to your life, I guess. Okay, so Bill was walking out of the police office building looking pissed off. And I'm curious how he could, you know, continue from this. So, do we return to the supermarket or to Bill's house? Or to our main characters, Jennifer, Tim, and I think we changed his name to Sam, right? Yeah, Sam. Obvious reference to Sam Raimi. Right, YouTube is kind of amazing in that way. Exactly. Definitely. I mean, we can just post anything almost anything we want. And have our own legacy live on, and you do so too, Soulless. That's cool. That's awesome. All right, so let me just think here. The lost scenes were like crazy crime scenes. then to the aftermath with the police, and then to the employees being interrogated by the police. So I guess the best thing to do now is cut back to the main characters and them just reacting to this news in the newspapers. I guess that makes a lot of sense, right? So we return to our main characters. Just list them here in case you forgot what the main characters were. Jennifer, Tim, right? It's Tim, right? No, it's not Tim, it's Jennifer. Wait, I got it wrong the entire time. I got it wrong the entire time, dude. Tim is one of the employees, but Craig. Did I get that wrong the entire time? Yeah, Jennifer and Craig have been serving prisons. I'm not Tim. Oh my god, I'm such a jackass. It's my favorite movie and I don't even know the characters. Jeez, I got it wrong everywhere. It's not like I got it wrong one time. I mean, I'm gonna have to change that later. But we return to Jennifer, Craig, and Sam. That's, oh my god, that's so lame, man. Still kind of hot, but I know it's gonna be cold as hell in a few seconds. They grab the newspaper and see a headliner. So what could this headliner be? Like something as supermarket massacre. Another. I don't know. I kind of want to have this article refer back to. Let me just reposition this. So kind of have this article reposition or refer to the killings in the Walnut Lake Market. So maybe like another supermarket massacre, or no, that doesn't work. Something cheesy, you know, kind of like the first supermarket massacre in 30 years or something. Because maybe there were more massacres, you know. You never know. You never know. Rocking the 80s /librarian coffee mug, by the way. Be on the lookout for SlasherPepper merchandise, actually. I ordered myself a SlasherPepper mug with my own face on it. I mean, kinda works on the ego, but it is what it is. Supermarket massacre returns. Well, let's just call it that. And then they read. Jennifer reads. Jennifer reads aloud. Reads out loud. Wait, so it's 2022 when the massacre originally happened. It was 1989. I seriously have to grab a calculator for this because I'm bad in math, okay? Oh man. Because I want to have the exact difference. Man, I'm really bad at math, especially when people are watching, and I know like you guys are watching now, so then it's even more awkward to like think. Okay, 33 years. So in the article it says it has almost been 35 years. I guess that makes sense. It's almost been 35 years since the Walnut Lake Market massacre. Yesterday, it returned. Unfortunately, Bill, the manager, was yet again a target of the massacre, you know? So, I think this could also bring a lot of tension, because the exact same week / day, the killers from the Walnut Lake Market massacre have escaped prison, you know? So I think that could bring a lot of tension, because the cops are now really looking for them, because like they're main targets now, you know? Shut up. I don't know if you could hear that, but my phone was just ringing all of a sudden. Alright, let me see here. I have the name of a follow-up book, COVID, The Return. That's awesome. You gonna write that, or what? No, let's just continue. This article was yet again a target. The cops' biggest suspects are... My spelling sucks. The cops' biggest suspects are Jennifer, Craig, of course, not Tim. Jeez, how could I get that wrong? Jennifer and Craig. So they look back at the cameras, but how do we write that out? Because of course they don't just see the camera footage and see, oh, it's Sam, this guy's too. And the audience doesn't know yet that it's Sam. So let me see here. Are Jennifer and Craig. Surprisingly, cops looked back on the surveillance footage. That's what it's called, right? And saw a much taller and more muscular man. I guess that makes sense, because then there's like, well, who the fuck is this? So now Sam is the real suspect. I guess this could also bring some tension in between Sam, Jennifer, and Craig, because now he's like, dude, I'm the biggest suspect here now. How am I gonna live a like normal life now? You know, I can't. You know, I can't live a normal life now because I'm a suspect. They think I murdered people. You know, so that could bring a lot of tension. It might be Sam, a man in his 30s who also escaped prison with Jennifer and Greg. Sam fits the description of like the man in the surveillance cam. Usually newspapers would put full name for the suspect just as a suggestion. Okay, that's good to know, man. Thanks. Let me see here. Craig Peterson and Jennifer Ross. Let me see here. Why do I need to change that? Do you think they'd also have the full name of Bill, like the manager, who has nothing to do with it, especially except being a victim? Jennifer Ross and Craig Peterson. And we gotta come up with a second name of for Sam. What's here? I mean, Sam White, you know, whatever. It's Mr. White. It might be Sam White. And then, you know, you have the pictures of, like, them just standing with the signs, you know, when they take the prison photos, you know. Sam White, a man in his 30s. You could probably get away with just Bill. Okay, that's good to know. I'll probably just have it be Bill. You know, I think that could work. Let me see here, actually. I mean, Danny Hicks's character is already has a name, you know, a second name. It's Bill Roberts, so I'll just throw it in there the first time they mention his name. Fortunately, Bill Roberts, the manager, was yet again a target. I mean, he wasn't a target, it was a victim, I guess. A victim. If anyone has any more information on the suspects, call this number. And just so like that. Now we have a phone number. I mean, let me just look up a real number just to make it more realistic in the script, you know, make it more badass, you know. If I can even open up a new tab. Like, this is the most, just a random number. This is a number for baggage claims. Oh my god. Please call 03444930787 for all of your baggage claims. And if you know any more about the suspects. So that's cool. That's cool. But fuck. Jennifer and Craig realize this now. That it's probably Sam that did this. So this is a tough situation, man. Because we're right in the middle of the story, I guess. And so I mean, the setup is pretty obvious and easy to write, but now like the actual like the second I guess this is like the second act now. We kind of got to come up with something here. So I guess we could have them like extremely surprised now, or really suspecting that Craig or no Sam is doing all of this. So like Jennifer and Craig. The text is gray now all of a sudden. Change that back. Jennifer and Craig turn to Sam. He says, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. You know, I mean, I guess that it would also bring more tension to these characters if he's like lying now, you know, which is basically what he's doing now, you know. So I didn't do nothing. Man, this is hard. Writing is fucking hard, you know. Let's just, I guess we could fast forward a bit like a few minutes to, you know, really get so we get, or fast forward and write a later section of the film. Then again, we'd also have to know what happens in between, the meantime, in between time, you know. So honestly, I'm kind of stuck here, and I have no idea what to write anymore. Yeah, maybe he can accuse them back, like Scream, in a way where they all pointing. That's a good idea, dude. Just have them all accuse each other. This is tough. All respect to writers out there, man, because this is really tough. And I can only imagine making a movie and then them being accused of it. Well, accused. I mean, having critics say it sucks, you know, like having spent all this time about it, on it. I mean, I'm honestly going way too much into detail here, because this was only like supposed to be a really long, you know, story. I guess pitch, like a story that you could write out here. Because in the beginning, I'm just like, they've been serving prison time for 30 years. Now they're gonna reopen a case and re-review the evidence. Then they escape prison. But you actually get to see that prison escape, you know? And you actually get to see like a little montage of the trial and stuff, and them reopening the case and being in court and stuff. So I guess it would exactly, and that's the thing, because I don't want this to be just another Intruder, you know, just have Bill kill more people this time, you know. I don't want that. I actually want new characters, new tension, new whatever, you know. So the characters now accuse each other, which builds up tension. I'll just leave it there. I mean, if you're actually gonna make a script, you'll write that stuff out and write actual dialogue in between these characters, which makes them you know, accuse each other and stuff, and all that kind of stuff. But you know, we don't have to go into detail here. We really don't. So I believe that the characters now accuse each other, which builds up tension. I mean, that's all it has to do here, really. So let's see here. I guess now we go back to the supermarket. We return to the supermarket, but there are not a lot of customers. So we basically get like this wide shot at the entire supermarket, and if you count the people there will be more employees than customers, you know. So it's obvious that these people are too scared to return and shop here, you know. Well, if it gets picked up, you will get help by experienced scriptwriters in fleshing out the scenes. Who knows, man? Never say never, right? Maybe I can sell this to Scott Spiegel, and he would want to actually make this. Or it goes completely wrong, and they use my story but don't give me credit for anything. Don't pay me for anything. Who knows? Who knows? You never can tell. We return to the supermarket where there are not a lot of customers. If you'd count the people there, there would be more employees than customers. Honestly, quite sad. So let's return here. Okay, so Richard died. Now we return to Darius. Darius walks up to Bill and tells him that they might need to stop or need to cancel the 30th anniversary, right? Or 40th? Yeah, the 40th anniversary. They might need to cancel the 40th anniversary of the supermarket. I mean, makes sense, because if no one's gonna come, you know, why have a 40th anniversary, am I right? So, that's cancelled now. Oh, well, not cancelled, but he basically tells him, we might have to cancel it, you know? Bill is really pissed off at that comment. It basically says something like, I mean, I don't want it to be too on the nose. I don't want him to literally say, can't you see I'm crazy about this store? I want this 40th anniversary to happen, you know? Because that's too obvious of a reference to the first one. That's like in The Predator when they say, get to the chopper, but it's like so... It's honestly kind of cringe-inducing, you know? I don't know. So let's just not refer back to lines from the old movie. This store is my everything. I've been looking forward to this celebration for years, you know? Makes sense. He's obviously pissed off. And then Darius shrugs it off. Darius shrugs it off and continues working. We get a close-up from Bill, and that honestly hits him. No, that obviously hits him. He's just kind of like, you know, pissed off. He honestly doesn't like the fact that this is gonna be cancelled, of all things. So we then realize, no, okay, so Bill was, let me see here. Darius walks up to Bill, who is nailing a flag into the wall with a hammer, you know. And then Darius tells him about, maybe we need to cancel this. So we then move down to Bill's arm. He's like holding something, you know. He's holding that hammer, and his knuckles are all white. Like, he's really, you could tell that he's pissed off. He does not like the fact that this is gonna get cancelled, maybe. To Bill's hand, and his knuckles are all white. On the hammer, so shall we move back to our main characters now, or flash forward to the... Now we get a flash forward to the evening when the store closes. Quite honestly, I don't know where to go with this now. I kind of consider just writing out scene by scene. Like, now we move to those characters and this is gonna happen. Then we move to those characters and then that's gonna happen. And just write out the entire film, and then next time just finish it at once. Because this is gonna take really long if we're gonna write out in the entire film this way. So I actually think that would be best to do. And then I can also, I'll try to share it and not forget about sharing it with you guys in the description, you know. But yeah, that was how long did I have been live? 30 minutes. Because that's more entertaining for everyone to watch, and it's also less harder for me because I have to continue saying things, and you know, so I guess that was a really short live stream for this one, only 30 minutes. Usually it's an hour long, but now it was only 30 minutes. We have 1, 2, 3, 2.5 pages so far, and it's obviously more of a synopsis, like a really long synopsis or summary, I guess. But if it were actually a script, it would be like 90 pages. So I'm gonna write out this, like write out in one sentence what the next scene is gonna be, then write those scenes out a little more, flesh out those scenes a little more in the live stream, and then eventually I will do a concept video with like actual footage from my supermarket, so you can actually like kind of see my vision, how I envision this. But that was all for this time. That was a very short live stream. It felt even shorter than it was. It felt like 5 minutes, but apparently it's already 30 minutes, so I guess that's cool. But yeah, we'll see you guys next time. See ya.